Welcome to Hot Takes and Beer Breaks.
We were over-intoxicated and under-informed.
We're just three dudes talking news and drinking booze.
I'm John.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Justin.
All right. So I got a question for y'all.
No.
How do you like this dog that's joining me now and won't let me move my arm?
You better not move.
He's adorable.
He's going to knock off the controller. Or
he's going to replace John as the host of the podcast.
He could. He had a lot to say earlier. We're joined by Archie. That's it. We got a dog here right now. But would you guys rather be 40 with $50 million in the bank? You skip to the age of 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you go back to the age of 10 with all the knowledge you have now? Fifth grade. Probably.
Yeah, so we're talking like fifth grade.
Elementary school. Big brain. Big brain moves.
Big brain.
Yeah.
Brick brain? Brick?
You can count on your fingers now.
Seems too easy.
Seems too easy to go back to the age of 10?
Yeah. It's
You're really thinking about it.
age 20.
Why age 20?
No, not 20. 10 years back. So we'll say,
So 18?
how old are you?
17, 18?
Yeah, we'd
Yeah.
be 17.
Yeah. Would you go back 10 years with the knowledge you know now?
You could still invest in Amazon and make a ton of money. So yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Could.
I would.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I feel like 10 is too
I
easy
would.
of an
Yeah,
answer.
I think most people would probably go back and probably correct a lot of mistakes. And
I've never made a mistake in my life.
that's fair. But then like you can also bet on a bunch of sports games, you know, the outcomes of. And,
Okay, Biff.
Yeah. All right. So I also saw, so this is like popping up on social media because a woman posted like leggings, right? So she was in the gym. She was wearing leggings and stuff. And I guess dudes were like taking pictures of her and she called them out on it. She took a picture and posted to social media. And a lot of dudes in her comment section were like, well, that's what you get for wearing leggings. And if you don't want to have attention, don't wear tight fitting clothes to the gym, which I think is the wrong reaction to that. I think the reaction should be don't take pictures of people in public or don't stare.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No. It's all the woman's fault, John.
I don't think it is.
No. She was asking for it. Wearing the tight clothing.
Wearing those type of clothing.
If you do that, then it's your fault.
I will be honest. I'll be at the gym sometimes, and you guys know me. Like I just stare off into the distance. Sometimes,
yeah, sure.
Sometimes I'll be staring into your dreamy eyes there,
Likely
Justin,
story.
as my gym partner.
Yep.
But like I get like lost in thought, and then I don't even realize. Like I'll be looking in the mirror. I'm like, oh shit, I'm staring at somebody. So sometimes I feel bad. Like I don't. But like I feel like staring at people, like especially women that are doing their things, is awkward, right? That's a weird thing to do.
See, I'm the exact opposite way. I'm so ADD that I look all over the place all the time, everywhere.
Oh, really?
So people might think I'm looking because I'm like looking away and then I'm looking over there and then I'm looking there.
Do you think like girls only gyms are a good idea, or do you think that's?
It shouldn't be necessary.
It shouldn't be necessary. I don't agree.
Like, why should they have to go anywhere else?
Yeah, Jason, why are you making them go somewhere else?
I don't know the last time I've stepped foot in the gym, all right?
Jason,
I don't go to the gym.
looked me dead in the eyes and you said women should be separate from us and not equal.
Well, yeah, because they're...
I said
I can't even finish that
I
sentence.
set them up for failure on that
I
one.
couldn't even do it.
No, yeah, that does suck. But like, don't stare. Do you think like, I don't know, that's really uncomfortable.
Well, look, I would love to wear very tight. I love wearing spandex.
Yeah, I know you do.
Like to the
it's
gym.
so comfortable.
Like,
It's
just-
fantastic.
I would just wear those.
Okay.
Yeah. So like,
And then I have to stare at you.
you're welcome. Especially when I'm like spotting you on bench.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all nice and tight in the grundle.
Just get down right there.
Oh yeah, I get my squats into your bench. It's amazing.
I don't know. That sucks that women have to deal with that at the gym.
Yeah.
Though, you know what I mean? Like that's
Granted, John, they also don't have to just deal with that at the gym. They have to deal with it everywhere.
That
That's
is
the
true.
patriarchy.
That is true. You're not wrong. I saw it on the social medias. Thought I'd bring it to your attention.
Which social medias, John?
One of them.
The TikTok?
I bet it was a TikTok.
I think it was a Facebook post.
Was it Thriller?
Oh, yes.
Bring
Thriller.
it back.
The Michael Jackson dance?
No, Triller.
No, Triller.
There we go.
Okay.
The one that we're on.
How was the art exhibit you went to this weekend, Justin?
So I went to an art exhibit.
Okay.
And for this art exhibit, well, there was like a few art exhibits because in New York, I found out that the way that they make money doing this is either artists or a bunch of artists will go to an exhibit and be like, hey, I have this piece. Can you put it up? And then they're free to go to. You go in and people can buy the art off the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So buying it off the wall, they can have it whatever they want, custom piece, or yada, yada, yada. So we went to this first one. It had like a bunch of hearts everywhere. And then there's like stained glass little things, lockets with like words. And it was cool. It was nice. We saw a wiener dog in there.
Cool.
It's pretty dope.
Bring it back to hearts. Is it like actual
big
organs?
ass stone hearts?
Yeah, but like the organ, or is it like what the heart is, which is a woman bending over? It's a very sexist image, technically.
It could be a man bending over.
It could be a man.
What if
bending
he got
over?
that dumper?
But we know men are pigs. They stare at women in the gym, so they draw hearts in the shape of women's butts.
Sure, John. I guess I guess you were in the show Mad Men back in the 50s when they were private popularizing Valentine's Day.
Got him.
Ha.
Continue.
So yeah, that was cool. Then we went to another one, which it was they were all photos of these people the models dressed up pretty cool. Actually, Cardi B was in one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, there was like very vibrant and like extravagant outfits too. It was pretty cool. The next one was just an art, like just pictures drawn, like art shit. It was boring. There was one that had cool blue eyes. And
did you feel anything? Like, was there any emotions where you brought to
Not the third one. The second one was pretty cool, just how bright and like poppy everything was. Mm-hmm. And then we got to a fourth one.
Oh God.
Oh,
the fourth one was amazing. It was delightful. We get there. Mm-hmm. We go into there and they're like, hey, mature audience only type of situation.
And they didn't know you're not mature.
Yeah, they don't know
you
we're
snuck
mature.
in.
So we go in, we see that, we talk to security guard and they're like, hey, do you have an appointment? And then we're like, no. So they're like,
but let us in anyway.
It's open. You can come in.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. They were like, do you have an appointment?
Well,
no. Good thing, because it's open anyway. We're just here.
We signed in with a name, and
that's
then
terrible security.
Whoa, we were there. We're here. What if we were going to buy an art
piece? Do you have
piece?
any money at this bank? No. Can I have some though? Sure.
Yeah. So we're looking around the art, and we're going to pause for a moment because I'm going to send you all the picture.
Okay.
Oh, exciting.
And then as you guys are about to look at it, I will quote what I said in the art exhibit. And we're back. So the quote I said when I saw one of these art pieces, I go, hold on. I'm curious to what's going on. So I'm looking around and I see this one and I go, it appears that one man is elbow deep inside of that other man.
See, I don't know if I'd call it elbow. I think I might call it like tricep. That's like the middle of his tricep.
Yeah, it's not.
So you're saying it's farther?
Oh yeah, I'm saying it's further.
Well, you could still see the elbow.
Kinda,
but
yeah.
he is like
maybe it's just the way his arm
No. His elbow is right there. Look.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And where is the rest of his arm? The front part of it?
It's in a man's asshole.
Yes, it is in the man's.
To describe it bluntly.
And the picture next to it is just a large dick pic.
Yeah, that's what I don't.
So I was expecting when we saw the mature warning, it's like, oh, this is going to be like, there's going to be nudity and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Butts.
I will admit, all of the pictures very well lit. Everything was in black and white. All of them look great. There's a lot of flowers. There's a lot of stuff like that. There's two old dudes in a park talking, and then a lot of penises.
Wait, what? Were the old men in like the park? Like, what was that?
They were there, just in a park, fully dressed, in between, like just naked people.
Do you think it's like explicit because it's old people and no one wants to see that?
No, they're just chilling. And then there's like a nice flower, and then you go down another one, and then there's somebody gently giving oral pleasures. One man giving oral pleasures to another man.
Are you sure it was gentle?
It was very delicate.
Okay.
Every person involved in every model had fantastic skin, though. The only weird part, and I say weird because it confused me, because everything else, like everything is art.
Art is subjective. So
yes,
the only thing that confused me was the fact that randomly there was one picture of a naked little girl. Mm-hmm. Okay. Which it's fine. It wasn't sexualized at all. It was just a naked little girl. But the weird part was literally 3 pictures down. Yeah.
There was a man bent over with 2 fists about halfway up his forearm inside his rectum.
That's so very interesting.
The naked little girl is fine on its own, but the weird part is that it's near that one.
Okay, hold on. You just said the sentence, the naked little girl is fine on her own, and I don't feel comfortable with that.
You know what I mean. It's artistic on its own, but it's strange that it would be paired in this gallery right next to someone getting double penetrated with both arms.
Art.
Yes.
Well, to switch gears out of that one, do you have any other?
Yes. I'd like to shout out my boy Scotty from work. He pointed me out to this fact.
Does he know?
Okay.
Scotty doesn't know.
Oh, he doesn't know? Okay.
Yeah. So turns out, so you guys got your microchips, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm bad with needles.
Really?
Yeah. Turns out my armor type, I have light armor. I have extra damage to pierce attacks.
Oh I get where that was going. That was a very nerdy joke. And I'm glad we set you up for that.
Yeah.
I hope someone enjoys that.
Hope someone.
Okay.
Well, shout out Scotty.
Switching gears, I was going to try and switch into artists because we got to say RIP to a real artist.
Do you want me to show you the art that I saw again?
No, it's okay.
I can send it. It's on your phone.
No, it's okay. You're very descriptive. DMX, RIP. He passed away this past week. Do you guys have any favorite songs from DMX? Anything like that? A lot of people are very shaken up about this. Passed away from it.
Well, he was so young.
He was 50.
Yeah.
Passed away from an overdose.
Yep.
Correct.
He has been doing drugs since the age of, I believe, 13.
Yeah. I mean,
which he had a tough upbringing.
It's still sad. You know what I mean? I got to be honest. I'm not the biggest DMX fan.
Yeah. You aren't into real rap.
Yes. That's what it is. Nah, I feel like.
Oh, he had a heart attack.
Yeah, but it was because of...
they just say heart attack.
Okay, fair. Sorry. It was a heart attack.
Yes.
I don't know why I said it like that. But is my favorite song from him? Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, it's a classic.
Yeah.
It is a classic. I am partial to the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer remix.
Oh, yeah, that's also quality.
These are all very white answers.
Yeah. But no, I got to go with the Rough Riders anthem.
I don't...
If I'm going to pick one.
Yeah.
That's fair. See, I'd go X, going to give it to you.
Yeah. That's fair. I don't know. That's incredibly sad. You know, you never want to see someone die that young, and
especially he's so young to the point where if you grew up with him, he's still he could have made a comeback type of thing.
I thought I saw something where he was gonna make an album.
Yeah,
I believe an album was in the works, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, because he's gone through a lot throughout his life, so there's plenty he could. Yeah, put together into an album.
So we got to give a quick congratulations to winning the Masters, Jason.
No, John. What's his name?
What's his name, John?
Oh, I thought Jason was going to say it.
No.
Okay. Hideki Matsuyama. I said it right.
It's close. Yeah,
close.
Matsuyama.
There we go.
He won the Masters. I believe he was the first Japanese player to win the Masters.
First male, yes.
First male Japanese player.
Nice. Good for him.
Awesome. Congratulations. That's a huge accomplishment. That's the one with the green jacket. Do you know what he... Right? That's the one with the green jacket, right, Jason?
Oh, yes, correct.
Correct. All right.
Do you know what he shot?
No. What was it?
I'm asking you. That's why I performed a question in order to ask you.
He shot a winning record. Jason, what do you got for a
winning record?
Well, so he hit a golf ball, first off.
Yeah, no, he used a cannon.
I mean, who knows? He finished 10 under.
10 under. Okay.
10
That's
under,
pretty good.
That's par for the course.
It's actually 10 under par for the course for 4 days.
Shit.
So, yeah.
Would you fight him for his green jacket?
No.
What are we, Happy Gilmore?
No, of course not. I'm just saying, but would you also not fight Aaron Darnold, who got into a bar fight this past weekend? I don't know if you saw it. Do you know who Aaron Donald is, Justin?
We're not going to talk about golf more?
What else do you want to talk about that? He won the Masters.
Why are we bringing it up if we're just going to say that he won the Masters?
Just congratulations. We could cut it out if you want. I didn't mean to upset you, Justin.
We could just congratulate anyone for doing anything.
Congratulations on this podcast.
I don't know who's congratulating us on that, but
I don't know. But did you see?
Congratulations to.
Are you just looking up?
He's typing it in the Google. Let's see what comes up.
Yeah, let's congratulations to. Shit, who was it? Who's the guy that was on the Google thing today? Congratulations to Lawrence Fishburne for maybe not being in Matrix 4.
Okay.
If you just want to randomly call people out.
I didn't randomly call him out. He won the Masters this weekend.
Oh, the Masters. Oh, well. Who watched it?
Do you know who Aaron Donald is, though, Justin?
No.
He's a huge defensive end. What's he, like 6'7", 6'8"? Maybe 6.
Oh, he's a big guy.
He's a defensive end. He's huge. He's like close to 3. He's like 250 probably. Pure muscle.
That's it?
Pure muscle.
I'm sure he's bigger than 250.
Look up his actual dimensions.
Because LeBron James was 250.
Dimensions? Who says that?
I did just now.
How thick is he?
He's a big boy.
He's 6'1", 284.
Okay. 6'1", 284. I was a little
he was like
off.
6'8".
I did say 6'8".
You hyped him up real big.
I mean, 6'1", 6'8", same thing.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm 6'8" then. Like,
so you're saying he was basically Shaq in his prime.
So 6'1", 280,
Shaq is a
right?
middle schooler.
All muscle. Got into a bar fight this past weekend, apparently. Allegedly.
Okay. Allegedly.
Who tries to pick a fight with him?
I don't know. Why would you ever fight him?
Did he start the fight? Does anyone know what really happened?
No one knows. No one really knows what happened. He's just being sued right now.
Yeah.
But he like picked up a fully grown like adult. It was Devontae Freeman, right? He picked him up, threw him across. Like he always gets doubled. He's a big guy. He's the best.
He threw another football player in a bar?
No.
This was just.
Could you imagine he used him as a weapon?
Grab on.
But the dude is like the best defensive player in the NFL.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand how anyone gets into that situation.
So this quick article that I'm looking at says he accidentally bumped into him at a nightclub.
And then
Aaron Donald went on and allegedly gave this man a concussion, a broken nose, a broken eye socket, an arm injury, and 16 stitches near his eye.
So the NFL is saying that nothing happened. He'll be fine when he gets older.
I'm going to be honest.
No, because this was a man. If it was a woman, they sweep it on the rug, no big deal.
But God forbid he smokes the weed.
I don't know. That I feel like words were definitely exchanged. There's no way you bump into him and just start swinging, right?
Well, Donald swung at him, apparently.
Yeah, but like you bump into Aaron Donald, right? The first thing I would say is, oh, sorry.
You got to be one ballsy motherfucker to turn around and say some shit to him after you accidentally bumped into him.
If he bumped into someone near me, I would apologize.
Yeah. That doesn't seem right. Something's off. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I mean,
would you say there's a foul on the play?
Yeah. Penalty.
Nice.
I don't know. I definitely don't think but at the same time, I'm not saying Aaron Donald's right for that. Like you shouldn't be almost killing people because you're an actual weapon.
You should tell the police that.
Well, we are telling the police that because there's a lot of people upset about police. There's a lot of discussions about police behavior this past week.
And this past, how long has America been a country?
Long time.
Nice.
Real long.
Well, to continue the discussion about police brutality and excessive uses of force and that such thing, let's start with Lieutenant Nazario. He's, a lieutenant in the military.
Mm-hmm.
He was pulled over for having tinted windows and not having a license plate on his car.
Yep.
He kept driving. He didn't feel safe and he pulled into a gas station, right? Because he wanted to be in a well-lit area.
Yes.
He did everything right. He did nothing wrong because the police officer was wrong for pulling him over in the first place because you would have saw the temporary tags in the window.
Yep.
But however, if you want to say that the police officer didn't see the temporary tags, which is fine. They're small things. You might not have seen them. The police officer is technically, I asked somebody about this. Was he technically correct? Do you set up the situation? The police officer comes at Lieutenant Nazario and is very aggressive and escalates the situation and ends up pepper spraying him and all this stuff, right? Technically, the police officer is correct for coming in aggressively because I guess they're taught that the tinted windows plus no license plate is a hostile situation. However, the police officer was wrong after the interaction because he should have de-escalated the situation, told Nazario why he was being pulled over, and immediately it would have been, oh, I have temporary tags. Explain the situation. It shouldn't have gotten out of hand. You with me so far?
You're speaking idealistic world. Right?
Yeah,
okay,
right.
Yeah.
But the police officer took it way too far, escalated the situation, didn't tell Nazario why he was being pulled over.
In America? Not
crazy
following protocol.
This is America.
They should be retrained, apparently.
Well, we can get into this, but Nazario has his hands out to describe the video and is basically saying, why am I being pulled over? And the officer's like, get out of the car, yelling at him. Mm-hmm. He's like, you didn't pull over immediately. He's like, I wanted to be in a gas station. And then he's filing a lawsuit basically against these police officers because they were wrong for what they did to him. Mm-hmm. They shouldn't have pepper sprayed him.
Yep.
They should have explained the situation. Do we want to get into a whole discussion? Do you want me to explain the other situation that happened this past weekend?
Explain the other one. Let's get all the stories.
Let's get the other story. So Duante Wright passed away this weekend. I shouldn't say passed away, but he was shot and killed this past weekend. He was
murdered.
This officer is, I don't even want to talk about the officer because I feel like sometimes these conversations can go into, well, they're an outstanding citizen and they've never done anything. You know what I mean? Like they'll start talking about it. So
was OJ.
But like the George Floyd situation, right?
Allegedly.
Like a lot of people brought up, oh, he was a past criminal. So, you know what I mean? Like people dive into it. But Duante Wright was pulled over for an expired registration and he had a
air freshener.
Thank you. Air freshener hanging up in his mirror.
Whoa. An air freshener?
Dangerous situation.
Yeah.
Police officers ran his name, realized he had a warrant out for his arrest, went to go arrest him. The police officer pulled out her gun, thinking it was a taser, shot him, and is now being charged with manslaughter because she shot a man when she shouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, the one thing with all these situations that really makes me happy is that all of these police officers went through years upon years of law school. They know all the laws. So they are at right in the situations to convict them guilty and sentence them to murder or sentence them to death.
It's a lot of people like have the idea like police officers have a tough job, which they do. I'm not trying to say that they don't, but they're
also
not
making their job a lot tougher.
What?
They're also making their job a lot tougher
by doing these kind of situations.
By doing this shit, because nobody wants to trust you if this is always in the news. If these
things kind of happen. Do you think this opens up a discussion because there's a lot of talk about like defunding the police, you know, integrating something else? Do you think the compromise, because a lot of people are against that for whatever reason. Do you think the compromise would be, well, let's give more money to the police and have them train all the time and have a mandate of a 4-year degree?
I mean, just because you have a 4-year degree doesn't mean you learn shit. I have one.
That's very true. We all of us in this room have a 4-year.
And are you using yours?
I'm kind of using mine.
No.
Very vaguely.
I'm starting a podcast. What are you talking about? A very successful one, I might add.
But no, it's the way that they're taught. They're taught to fear the people they're supposed to serve and protect.
Yeah.
They are given military grade weapons to serve and protect these people. Mm-hmm. They like the air freshener thing. That's apparently a crime. That should be taken away.
Yeah.
Because that's any reason to get somebody pulled over. And
well, yeah,
I think
that's what it is. Because it is technically quote unquote illegal, but
so is jaywalking.
Yeah, exactly.
I moonwalk across the streets in New York City.
Oh yeah, so you're fine.
Have you ever been pulled over for having an air freshener in your
No, like
is it a crime here in Connecticut?
I think it's technically illegal, like nationwide, but it's like they won't unless
it's one of those things
they want to.
It feels like basically. It's an excuse to pull somebody over.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And typically I feel like those excuses go towards people of color because, you know, they're trying to get them arrested for something.
Yeah.
Right?
It's something that needs to be changed. There's no reason someone who in New York City, I don't know if this is a thing or like if they have guns or not, but I see police, or not police, but like public something's not security.
Good. No, you're explaining the situation very well.
But like they're not police cars. They look relatively like police cars, but they're like parking enforcement type of thing.
Oh yeah.
Just kind of like a police presence in the area kind of thing.
Not even. It's just like
all they can do is write ticket if you're parked. If the like meter maids.
Kind of. But like
a little bit, yeah.
Why not have people work the highways? Why not just have them work give out tickets? You do not need a gun to do that.
No, yeah.
And if you truly feel like there's a threat going on, you can call in somebody else.
I'll disagree with you on the gun because you can pull somebody over for a speeding ticket, right? And then all of a sudden that person is thinking they're being pulled over for their warrant or their arrest. And that situation can get out of hand very quickly.
John, you could walk into a store and somebody could be like, oh, this person's threatening me. I could shoot them. This is America. Everyone could have a gun.
No.
But if it is known,
I'm just trying to give the other side to the argument.
But there's no other side. If you restructure the system to where the people who are going to give you tickets don't have guns, therefore there is not a threat of being.
I also don't think there shouldn't be as many reasons to pull somebody over. You don't get
it's all money thing. Like if you're going to give out tickets, but like there shouldn't be a sense of I'm going to die just because you are a certain color or a certain race.
Yeah, I think a lot of people really sympathize with minority communities because they're not wrong. Like I do think the overwhelming evidence that they're targeted by, I don't think they're targeted by police specifically. And that's another reason why I didn't want to talk about the police officer in this situation is because I feel like this is a systematic issue. Mm-hmm. I don't think this is like a person or person issue. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's like, oh, well, there's 99% of them are good apples or whatever, or they're just a bad batch or whatever. No, I think there is a systematic issue to this problem and we need to address that. And I think that starts top down, whether that's certain laws that go out, you know, why is marijuana illegal? Like there's no reason for that.
Yeah.
Most of these laws are put in place to imprison minorities and then have free labor in, you know, private prisons.
Private prisons should not exist. If you're putting people away, it should not be for profit. That's ridiculous. To go off.
So Ben Shapiro's been saying some things this past weekend.
And you're an avid fan of Ben Shapiro?
Oh, I am not. And I think
No, you are. You guys,
I am surprised he has as many listeners as he does.
Are you though?
No. But he's been making the point this past week that crime rates are on the rise in 2020. And he's saying the reason why is because of Black Lives Matter protests, because they're trying to demonize the police. I'm like, no, I'm pretty sure if crime rates are on the rise, like he gave no facts to back up his position.
But he said a statement with such stern confidence.
Conviction.
Yes.
Thank you, Jason. She's just here to correct us, you know. But he's making the assumption, right? Which is right. But the correct assumption in my mind would be crime rates are on the rise because people lost a lot of their jobs and the economy is directly tied to crime rates. Like when people don't have a job, they turn to stealing and looting and rioting or whatever, right? That would be the correct assumption. Am I wrong?
I mean, that's usually what the stats indicate.
Typically, right?
Yeah, you got to look at data. You can't just be like this because of that. It's correlation, not causation.
But like,
or reverse that.
Yeah, it's causation, not correlation.
That's what we said.
Yeah, like I don't understand these people that are like, oh, we have to support the police. Like, I think a lot of people that are saying defund the police want to support the police. They're just trying to do it in a way that's proactive. You know what I mean? Not this bullshit. Let's give military police officers M4 A1s or whatever.
And tanks.
Yeah. Too. How much do these things cost? How much does like an armored police riot control vehicle cost?
Lot of money.
A lot of money. Probably hundreds of thousands.
Yeah.
Imagine paying somebody, I don't know, 50 plus grand, 60 plus grand. I don't know how much salaries go for. A public service person. Someone who like deals with people who go through traumatic episodes with mental health disorders. You can have those people go to non-conflict situations instead of people who aren't trained for that. The one major fight back against defunding the police is that they think that there's not going to be enough funding or there's not enough like manpower to help the situations that people need help for.
Yeah.
Why not get people who are more specialized in certain areas and divvy them out? It creates jobs. Yeah. It'll lighten the load on regular police officers so they don't have to deal with like domestic violence. Like if it's in the act of the but like
no, we're having a very dumb conversation about this. I gotcha.
Anything that goes wrong just seems to automatically go to the police now because there's no other option. If you use the police funding, so if you don't want to quote unquote defund the police, take their budget, divvy it up to other departments within it to have different things for different situations.
I don't disagree with you. Jason, do you disagree with that?
No, I mean, I think when most people, when they say defund the police, that's what they want them to do.
Do you think it's more of a bad branding? Like defund the police has a negative
anything goes bad. Green New Deal is taboo because if one side of this, what is it? Not bipolar, bipartisan.
Mm-hmm. Bipartisan. Yeah.
This bipartisan country we live in now, which is just getting more and more bipartisan.
Yeah.
Anything the other side says becomes completely demonized by the other side.
I'm just so sad about hearing all these stories. You know what I mean? Like, I know the police have a lot of successful stories that don't come to light. Like, normally their failures come to light, but there's a lot of failures that come out. Like, a lot. And I'm really sad about hearing all these stories. Like, you guys know me. Like, I wanted to be a cop. I wanted to help people. But I felt like the system in place does not allow police officers to help people. I feel like it's more of a punishment kind of situation. Like, they're set up to kind of arrest as many people as possible. And that's really sad. And I don't think our country should be doing that, in my opinion. I don't mean to put that on you guys, but I don't know what the compromise is, but we need to figure this out. Like, I think someone has to acknowledge that there's a problem. And if it's hire more police officers, if it's give them more hours, more time off, so they're not working as much overtime and as tired. Well,
if you give the people the same training, you just have more of them. That's just going to over police people who are already getting over policed.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in the situation. You know what I mean? Like,
I am.
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Please tell me more.
I just did.
Okay. No, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the answer is. I hear a solution that I think sounds very good in defund the police and reallocate those funds to other services to help more people, right? Which I think sounds good. And I think most people would probably agree with that. But if the majority of people go, no, we want this, and that's a better, whatever the situation is, I don't care if it's paid more police officers and there's more police around, but it leads to less of these acts and police are much more friendlier and they're more settled. You know what I mean? Maybe they get paid more money and they don't work as much overtime and they're not as tired anymore and don't make as many mistakes, whatever it is. I'm okay with it.
I don't think it's mistakes. I think it's how they're trained.
So the woman didn't realize she pulled out her gun and thought it was a taser. If I was to make an assumption, I would assume that's probably she was working like long hours.
No, I'm going to assume she just grabbed whatever was available because she was in a panic because she thought that this man was going to kill them. Because their police are taught that, and especially like not even just like their training in the news. There's like a war on cops. There's a war on, like, there's always a war in terms of something.
I don't think and I think that's terrible advertising. Like,
what are you supposed to do if you think that the world is against you?
Yeah, like I don't think there should be, because the police have a very us versus them mentality, right? They think the public is against them. I don't want to be against them. Like, I want to support them, but I want to support minority communities that are definitely being affected by this because they're being targeted by the police and we need an answer to this situation. Yeah.
And nothing will happen probably.
Correct.
America.
Do you want to take a beer break now and talk about the beer you brought, Justin?
Yes.
We should.
The one I got is from Beard. Spelled Beee.
Oh, that's very clever. Beard.
Yeah, because it has like a beard.
Okay.
Jason, you can grow one of those.
I can. John, can you grow one of those? I'm not quite sure.
I cannot, no.
Oh, no? Okay.
I'm proud of you.
So, hold on. Real quick. I saw something real quick and it was like...
Wait, real quick? You saw something real quick? Was that
I saw something on social medias and
maybe it was a Vine.
Women were discussing like the ways they shave their nether region, right? And
What's a nether region?
You know what I mean?
No. Please explain.
Hold on. I'm telling the story. So I felt real targeted because one woman said I shave it all off and I donate it to men that can't grow facial hair. And I was like, that's fucking rude.
Yikes.
Wait, you are looking a little more fuller lately.
Thanks.
Did you take a donation?
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, this is the Stunner for the Win, which is a move by Stone Cold Steve Austin, which
made famous by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, alludes to last week's beer, which we had.
Yes.
Why is the guy massaging his nipple in this picture?
Oh no! Whenever you give it a stunner, you have to massage the person's nipple who's going to destroy you.
It's safety reasons.
Just like, hey,
it's like it's like a safe word.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm ready for it. But yeah, this is a New England style Indian pale ale.
7%.
7%. Hefty.
I like the beer can though, the purple with the orange.
Yeah,
it's a beer
like the
can.
color.
Yeah. What do you guys think of the beer?
I think it's okay.
I'm a fan of it. I like New England's.
What would you give it out of beer breaks, Jason?
I hate this fucking rating scale.
It's a good rating
I've
scale.
been told this once over the past 17 weeks.
Yeah,
How many Super Soaker beer trucks of Vince McMahon out of breaks would you give it?
Out of 10.
Out of 10.
I mean, I'd give it a solid 8.
Okay. It's not bad. What would you give it, Justin?
I'd probably give it a 4.
I'll give it a 6.
It's fine.
You know what? Yeah, I think Jason's pretty, it is pretty good. I can drink this all day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not a good summertime beer because we're starting to get towards summertime.
It's getting a little heavy.
It is a little.
7%er and
it's good. I like it.
I mean, it's quality beer.
I
Good
drink
chilling.
it again because that's what Stone Cold said. I worded that wrong.
It's a good beer break while you shit on the president because that's what we're about to do right now. It's our weekly
baby.
segment. We're fuck Biden. I don't know.
Yeah, Joseph Stalin Biden.
Okay, let's talk about, I guess, some of the failures or some of the disagreements we will probably have with the Biden presidency.
What do you
right?
mean, Jonathan?
Oh.
You're living in a communist society.
Actually, let's start with an accomplishment. Something I think is awesome. I think a lot. What are you doing, Archie? He's typing on my computer.
He's got very important things to say.
He cares a lot about Joseph Stalin.
He was like, "How dare you insult our president?" Okay, so an accomplishment. This was just announced today.
He walked upstairs.
Yes,
Ah.
good one. That was actually pretty good. He announced that we will be fully getting out of Afghanistan by 9/11 this year.
We're still in there?
Yes.
Wow, that's news to me.
Yeah, our troops have been there for a long time. Every single president has kind of promised to get us out of Afghanistan.
Yep.
No one's delivered. I think Trump was the closest by saying he was going to get us out a little bit, but he was still going to have troops in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
Biden is saying we're getting out all the way by 9/11.
Yep. Do we believe him?
I'll believe it when I see it.
Biden's like, we're going to get right out of Afghanistan. And we're going to move all those troops right to Iran, right next door.
Or attack Venezuela.
But we got to save money. We can't transport them all.
We got to
at
go
once.
after
Yeah, of
another
course.
country with oil.
Yeah. That's how it works in this country. So yeah, good for him for shifting over troops to some other poor people
Couple
who
hundred
don't,
miles away.
who don't need our democracy.
But he did announce the reason why we shouldn't be there anymore was we got Osama bin Laden years ago, back when Obama was president. Was that the first term?
Second term.
Maybe?
I
Was
think
it the second
I
term?
don't even
Yeah.
remember.
No, it was in high school, right? So that was the first term for us.
I was never in high school.
God
What
damn.
is high school?
Doesn't matter. And then the other reason was we wanted to make sure that Afghanistan wasn't a safe haven for Al Qaeda, and they're not anymore. I believe there was less
Didn't
than
we know that for
a long time.
maybe since Desert Storm?
Yeah.
Probably.
The first Bush?
I think I saw a report that said there was less than 100 Al Qaeda representatives or people.
Whoa. There's numbers in there? We should stay.
It was 5 years ago. They said less than 100. So probably less than that now.
Well, where's Cheney? What does he think about all this? Is he still alive?
I don't know.
Can he
I would-
physically die?
I would assume he's still alive.
Okay. So accomplishment. We'll give it to him, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one in his column.
Well, he hasn't done it yet. He just said he was going to do it.
So back to the no call.
Let's shit on him.
Yeah, Cheney's still kicking, by the way.
All right. So how do you guys feel about the border wall? That was the Trump plan. He said he wanted to put a wall up.
Uh-huh.
Let's build it. Let's keep it going.
You want to? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Jason's on the side then because
let's keep that state of Florida out of here.
Biden said we should.
Oh, you want to build it around Florida?
Yeah, why? What was he talking about?
Oh shit! I'm gonna disappoint you because it's gonna go on the land of Texas.
Oh, what the fuck? Why?
Keep
I'll get rid of Florida
keep
first.
Mexico out.
Hell, let them in.
Can we keep
Doesn't-
Florida
I'm
out?
saying, can we make an even switch?
We trade Mexico for Florida.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, but they got Disney World and Universal, Harry Potter World.
I'm
Well-
okay with that.
Well, we have the land.
We just have to move all the baseball spring trainings to somewhere else. I mean,
Put it
there's
in
only,
Mexico.
There's only half in
Mexico.
Florida, the other half's in
Yeah.
Arizona, so it's fine. It should be easy.
We'll adopt Mexico and just
They got good tequila
put up
down
for
there.
auction.
yeah. That's fine with
Technically,
me.
they only have the only tequila.
Oh yeah, right. Technically,
Anything else is a I forgot.
Is that how it's
Mezcal.
Yeah, I would say mezcal.
Champagne from Italy. It
Yeah.
has to be in
No,
Champagne.
France.
No, it's from France, John.
That's what I said.
Bonjour.
All
Yeah,
those
or
Eu-
France.
It's from a specific region.
all those European countries are the same.
Are they though?
Pretty much. I mean, they all lost the war, so we had to save them. World War II champs, baby.
Shout out French fries.
But Biden has announced that he wants to fill in the gaps at the border wall. So he's going to basically continue what Trump was doing.
Well, I mean, he did reopen that facility that
Wait, I was going to get into that next. Yeah.
So is he just doing everything, but like not
basically, I mean, to Trump's credit, he ran on the platform of getting credit.
He did. Yeah,
I did. Shut up, man. Shut up.
Suffering fuck attack.
So Trump did run on the idea of getting us out of the Middle East. He didn't deliver on that, and now Biden is. But that's
he did. He did all of it. He built a wall. Hillary's in jail.
Why is there gaps in the wall then that Biden has to fill in?
Don't you damn ask me questions.
Shouldn't the answer be like tear down the wall because we realize it's a bad idea?
No. We need a bigger, more phallic symbol of American greatness.
I have no problem with border security. Like, I have no issues with it.
You should.
But that money...
You should. They are horrible.
Well, I mean, like...
Have you seen how we police our own citizens?
Yeah, so...
Imagine what we do to people who aren't from here.
Not good things.
Yeah.
We separate their children.
Yeah. But we put them in nicer cages now.
Well, apparently we're going to be putting them in hotels, I guess. That's the plan.
Ooh, fancy.
Oh, God. No, they're going to be Motel 8s. Shout out Motel 8, our sponsor.
I think that's what it is. Yeah, Biden announced a plan to kind of move. He's still kind of continuing like kids in cages and everything. Mm-hmm. He hasn't really changed anything. Now, to be fair, this is a very complex situation, and I don't think any president has handled it well. Not just, Trump, but I think Trump was he took it to a harder degree by separating families at the border.
I don't think Trump was doing anything. I don't think he even knew.
Okay, that's fair.
I think he's too dumb.
Do you think Biden knows that we're
Biden
doing?
knows. Biden knows everything.
He can't even get up to the stairs, but he knows how to.
Hey, it's all an act. It's all an act.
It's all an act.
It's all an act.
He trips up the stairs, so he's like, you think I'm foolish, but I know what I'm doing.
You just wait.
He's going for like the like goofy Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe type of thing.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think Trump was well aware of what he was doing. I think it's a very harsh situation, and I'm not ready to criticize any president because it's a very tough situation.
I will criticize every president. If you say you can fix everything and you don't, then fuck you.
Okay, fair. But Trump took it to a harder degree, and I think a lot of people were very upset with that, rightfully. But now these same people aren't getting on Biden. Like, they should be getting on Biden. Like, he's continuing this kind of...
No, he's not the orange man.
Are we sure?
Takes off a mask.
It was Trump all along.
Bitches. I'm back, baby.
World War II champs, baby.
We won because I was there. Ignore my bone spurs.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think Biden's doing a very good job lately.
What? But John, he defeated the Orange Man.
He did defeat the Orange Man. That is correct. Do you think the Orange Man, if he runs again, will win re-election?
Yes.
Election? Okay.
I do think he will win.
Based on his performance? I don't think...
No, based off of all the voter suppression and everything else going on.
I have talked to some people that think Biden's doing okay.
You just don't hear about his blunders all the time.
I'll say... He's probably better than Trump, in my opinion.
Because you don't have to hear about everything bad that they're doing.
No, he just doesn't tweet mean things to me.
Yeah. Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Why do you think George W. Bush isn't in jail? They didn't have Twitter back then.
I don't think he could know how to log into his own Twitter, George W.
No, he'd
Bush.
be on his like, at the ranch.
That was Cheney.
Sounds about right.
Cheney was basically the president, right?
And Cheney was like, let's bomb shit. Just think that was his voice.
Yeah.
He was basically Penguin. From
Why did he sound like
So he was Danny DeVito?
Oh, I thought it was Wario.
Well, I'm thinking more the giant foot from that one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. It's like, say, we're going to stop him, man.
Makes sense.
Like an old school gangster.
Okay.
I'm going to put some concrete on the bottom of your shoes and throw you into the Hudson.
Do you want to... Talking about gangsters. So Biden also is calling on, he's doing gun law registration. He's trying to take your guns away, right?
Yeah, you can't take our guns.
No, he's not. His plan basically was around the sale of ghost guns, and he's trying to crack down on third-party sales. It's the idea of like creating guns that don't have serial numbers and selling those.
Oh, I thought they were like nuclear reactors on their backs, and then when they're going to bust some ghost.
Could you imagine? They're just guns. He takes out a gun. He starts firing there. I'm killing ghosts.
It's like, Dan Aykroyd, I'm sick of your vodka and I'm sick of your Neutrano blaster shit.
Just starts firing in the air. I'm killing the ghosts in here. Yeah, so he's cracking down on those. He's trying to crack down on like third-party loopholes and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But a lot of people have criticized it, basically saying it's not very effective. He's basically doing this to say he has gun reform, but he doesn't really actually have gun reform, right? He's not solving the real issue.
Hey, Joseph. If you want to fix something with guns, how about worry about the huge suicide rate among people who own pistols?
That has been the topic of discussion.
All right, cool. Glad they're listening.
So he has called on Congress to do something, which is crazy because the Democrats run Congress.
What?
Last time I checked.
Well, why don't they do something?
I don't know.
Because it's not in the interest of them? Because the gun companies are probably like,
no, the gun companies are on the Republican side, I think.
I think they're on both sides.
Probably.
Do you know how many people we kill overseas?
A lot.
We don't care.
All of them?
As many as has oil.
Do you think like to get to the gun debate, we're going to have this discussion apparently.
You're welcome.
Doing no research.
What else is new?
What do you think? Like, do you think there should be a crackdown on guns? Do you think we should take all guns away? Is there anything?
Any gun should be legal.
Any gun.
So I can get a rocket launcher?
Yes. Full background.
I'm all about it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Full background tests.
Mm-hmm.
You have to register every gun you own, but you should be allowed any gun you want.
Really?
Yes.
That's
full auto doesn't matter.
Is that because you're
thorough background checks though?
Hey Archie. Chill.
Anyone with a history of domestic violence, aggravated assault type of things along that line, not allowed.
Basically.
Okay.
You cannot like wait a certain amount of time and get it. Anyone who suffers from depression should not be allowed to get a gun until like a doctor clears them.
What do you say to this?
You should have psychovals.
Oh,
yes.
fair.
And like it should be an ongoing thing. Like you should have to keep renewing your gun license. Well, I think that is a thing. But everywhere, it should be like a nationwide thing.
Every couple of years, you should have to.
Yeah, you should have to go through a psych exam. You should have to go through a legal procedure. All the bases.
What do you say to the people that say that's against the Second Amendment?
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
If you want a musket, here, you can have a musket.
I was gonna say it's regulated is in the term Second Amendment.
A well-regulated militia?
A well-regulated militia.
No,
That's
ignore
correct.
that part.
Has the right to bear arms, which is crazy because it says militia, right? It's not saying every single citizen. Like I know people interpret it as citizens should have the right to bear arms, but it says regulated militia.
Yeah.
If you want to go like hardline stance, it says, hey, you can't have a gun. You have to be part of a militia.
Well, that'll just get people into militias.
Oh, yeah. That sounds
and those are crazy people places.
What do you mean? I have one.
I've seen like interviews with militia members and they are, I'm not very secure having a militia around. Used to be a really honorable thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think Justin just solved the gun debate. Problem solved. Done deal.
There we go. I did it.
Sounds about right.
We did it, boys.
All right. Yeah, I
just
think
point me in the direction where I can get
I wouldn't disagree with you.
launcher.
Probably background checks on ammo cells too, because they don't really do that. Stuff like that. Like you should have to have a license to carry a gun and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
what do you want, Archie?
It should be harder to get the right to or not the right. That's the people are going to harp
You
on
fucked
that.
up, son.
Yeah.
You thought you had
Here,
it, but you
blank
gave
that
them the. Yeah.
It should be harder to have like a license. But once you get the license and you're approved to have a weapon,
You should be able to have any gun.
you should be able to have anything.
Do you think that's a good compromise? Because a lot of people would say
It's not a compromise. If it's in the Constitution, you have the right to bear arms. You should be legally allowed to have a gun, but you should be mentally fit. You should be somebody who is responsible to have one.
fair. I won't disagree with that.
That works for me.
You know, the gun debate is something that I don't have a hardline stance on. You know, someone will make a very good argument against the use of guns and say like banning guns, and they'll have a very good argument, and I will side with them. You know what I mean? Like they'll say get rid of machine guns, get rid of whatever. And
Why?
I'm just saying someone theoretically will come along with a good argument, and then someone like you, Justin, will come along with this argument of let them have guns, but stronger regulation. And that's a very good argument. And I don't really agree with anyone that says like nothing should be done.
Anything. Anyone. You can go pick a one at 7-Eleven when you get a Slurpee.
Yeah.
Shout out 7-Eleven or sponsor.
I think something needs to be done. Again, someone needs to compromise. Like, I don't understand the people that are against any sort of regulation. You know what I mean? Like, I think
most people aren't against regulation.
Yeah, it's the NRA in general, but like most
but they're a dying business anyway.
Yeah, because like even their supporters are starting to get away from it, right?
Mm-hmm. They're gonna be gone in the next 20 years. I'm calling that hot take.
Hot take.
Interesting.
Do you have any other final hot takes before we take our final beer break and get on out of here? No?
I do not know. No. Archie, you got anything?
Archie is super excited.
No, that's my hand. Nope. All right, yeah. I think we're good.
All right. Thanks, y'all. Thanks for drinking with us. Find us at Hot Takes and Beer Breaks on social media and wherever you get your podcasts. Cheers.
Adios.
Bye.